Hello and welcome back in the sheet metal workshop, and in this video we're going to make a T-pipe out of center, or a T-piece out of center. And I have here an example here on my table, and we have a small diameter, we have a big diameter, and it's moved out of the center. So this is what I'm going to show and to make. I just make here an example, so this is what it looks like from the side. See, so I have here from the center exactly straight parallel, put this pipe through. So this T-piece we are going to make, and I'm also going to show the exact cutout while making the template for the T-piece, and that's what the video is about. So before we start, we're gonna draw some information first on paper. For example, I want to know what diameter it is, and therefore we have this something tool, a diameter catcher. It catches the diameter, so you just pull it here through, and second time here, 300. Okay, so we know it's 300 diameter, and the next thing what we want to know, we have here 150 millimeter, and we want to know how much is offset out of center. So if I hold it like this, it should be almost the center, so I'm guessing it. So we have here, okay, 660, but what you also can do is you put here one ruler there where it touches the pipe, and then try to go parallel with this one. So, well, so I have here 90, and if I don't move it, you see I have here also 90. So when it's a diameter of 300, the half is 150 minus this 90, 60 will be then offset out of center. So it's 60 millimeter out of the center. So what we do next is I'm gonna make a drawing, and first I'm gonna make here my pipe, and I know we have here two swages. We have a female swage and a male swage down, so I'm gonna use those German symbols. We have in Germany symbols, and a male swage is a circle, so I'm drawing here in a circle, and a female swage is like an X. So now in the workshop everybody knows when I send this away what swages comes in. Okay, these are just standard symbols, so I'm gonna use those German symbols. I don't know in what countries they use maybe other symbols, but this is very easy, and I think also it's a good standard. Now, next, what we're going to see is, okay, the pipe is here, 150, so that's here in the center, yeah. So I'm gonna make here a circle, and then I'm gonna make a hard line or a middle lines. See, that is my hard line, so good. Now we know from here and here, we have here in between 150, 150. So the T-piece, the T-pipe, is coming somewhere here. And for an end plate in a T-pipe, we draw just here a line. So that's called, in German we call it Stirnscheibe. So that's actually an end plate. So if I put here this symbol, so now it knows it's an end plate. You can also make here a little arrow, so they know it's a T-pipe. Now, we measured 60 from the center, so I just make an arrow, 60 millimeter from the center. This T-piece got a diameter of 150, and this pipe has got a diameter of 300. Now I need the measure from center until the end of the T-pipe. So this one is 100. 100 is measured from here. So 100, so I could mark here 100, and now, so if this is 100, I go 60, and then here where it stops, so I have here 90. So from the center pipe until the end of my T-piece is 90, plus 150, half diameter, that makes 240. So that's 240 mil from center pipe until the end of the T-piece. Well, that's it. So next what we are going to do is we're going to draw the make template, and then also make the cutout, and that's the plan. Okay, now I have here a piece of metal. On that metal we're going to draw and develop the template. And so I'm gonna first, what I always do is gonna put here a working line of 20 millimeters. Okay, so this is here now my 0.0. Now let's have a look at the drawing. So we have diameter 300. So what we're going to do is gonna draw a view from up. Okay, so diameter 300. So I'm gonna put here these 300 on my working line, and here I'm gonna mark 300, and the half is 150. That's there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'll take my bow divider and I'll make a half circle. So this is my half circle, diameter 300. So I'm gonna write it here, diameter 300. And from the center, so on the isometric, from the center, so these are the center lines. From center we go 60 millimeter to the left side, so 60 millimeter from center point. And we have then another center. That's the center from the other diameter of 150. So I'm gonna draw here in a line. And we've set from the center until the end of the T-pipe is 240. So from center till the end of the T-pipe. So this is here center line for my 300. And from there we go 240 up. So I'm gonna make here also a line in an angle of 90 degrees. It's just a helping line. And now we have a diameter of 150 millimeter. So that makes 75 radius. So now I make here also a half diameter from 150 diameter is this. Yeah. So we can check it. Okay, 150. Okay. So what I'm doing next, I'm gonna divide this also. in 6 equal parts. And then I'm gonna pull down those lines. So what we do next, to not get confused, we're gonna number it. So this one, this outside one, is number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7. So there where number 4 is, we said that is also where the seam is. So next what we're going to do now is we're going to drag over from this line these points. We're going to drag over on another metal, and the another metal I have here. So diameter 150, that makes a circumference of 471 plus 30 millimeter overlap. 30 millimeter overlap, we have 501 cut size. So I'm gonna pull left and right 50 millimeter overlap first. And then working line from 20 millimeter down. And the next part is I'm gonna divide it in 12 equal parts. So once we have divided, like we mentioned before, number 4 is the seam. So that means the seam is here and here. So we already know, okay. So I'm gonna wait a minute, mark also this outside line. Make it a little bit clear. Okay, you can see exactly here the overlap is. So this is number 4. Number 4 is where the seam is, and the other side also number 4. And of course in the middle, 1 is also number 4. That's the upper side of the seam. And well, number 1 is the largest size, so we go from 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the same we do on the other side, from 4 to 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, and here 6, 5, and there's number 4. So what we do now is we're just going to drag over those lines. So I'm going to start with number 1. So here's number 1. Number 1. And next number 2. Yeah, so number 2 2 times. Number 3. Number 4, that's the where the seam is. So 3 times, number 4 here. Here got number 4, and we have here also number 4. 5. Six. Okay, between 5 and 6 is not much difference. And the last one, number 7. Also very, very small difference. Okay, so Now this is now my T-piece, so I have to connect those lines. Okay, well, this is gonna be my template. So next thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna cut it out. What you also can do, that's optional, you can give swage allowance now or later. I like it more to do it later because so I have always the original cut. Okay, that's my template now. And what we're also going to do next is the next template, the template for the cutout. So I'm going to use this metal for it. So I'm going to also put here a working line, 15 millimeter, and here also. $15 millimeter. So this is here my start line. So this is here. This line is this line number 1. You can also start with number 7, doesn't matter, but I start here with number 1. Now what we're going to do, we're going to copy over this distance from number 1, between number 1 and number 2. So this distance, drag it over here. That's number 2. So from 2 we go to number 3 and also drag it over. From number 3 to number 4. And just continuing, see here number 5. Now it's getting smaller. 6. And here we have the last one, number 7. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is again I'm gonna pull up those lines up. Okay, so now I have this here. What I'm going to do next, because it's a diameter of 150 cutout, I go from here 75 . Then I'm gonna divide also this one here and here. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm gonna put here a straight line here on this one where it crosses. See, and then you can pull here the whole line symmetric. And that's what I'm gonna repeat with the next one. See, yeah. Oh. And also the last one. So now I have something like this. So number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what we do next, number 7 and number 1, they're starting here on this line. Now the next is the next crossing point. So between here, between 6 and here, see? So it's the next one. That's the next point. And now you go further. This is the next one. And here we have this one. And again, the next one and here the next one, and there is number 1. So what we can do now, I'm gonna connect those points. And now we have here our cutout template. So I'm also going to cut it out straight away. So now I have the template from the cutout, and I got also the template for the T-piece. So next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this over on aluminium. So I have here aluminium, and so this is here my 0 line. Wait a minute. Just gonna mark it. So you see that is now here the original line, and if I here put it here, you see here's almost nothing happened. Everything is here almost same, but from here you see here a little bit different. So it's always good to give allowance after it. You can also put it in a template, but now we have always the original. Okay, now I'm gonna cut out this one also. So that means here comes the swage. Yeah, so this is going to be like this here. Yeah, same like this. So this is the inside here. So I'm gonna put here in a swage S, and I'm gonna make those holes. Okay, that's one thing. So here's gonna put in a swage. I'm gonna leave this now to the side. And what I'm going to do next is I have here another piece of metal. That's the pipe. It's 300 long, but we have set 150 centers, so the cutouts come exactly in the center. Now this is diameter 300. It's got a circumference of 942. With overlap, we have 972. So here's on 0, and we have here 972. So again, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mark the holes. 15, 15, 25, 25. And I'm gonna give here, because I have here 310 wide with allowance, so 155 is the half. 155 here, and 155 here. Okay. Okay, now it's set up. So back to the template. Number 4 is the center. So what I can do now, I have here, I must do it like this because this is the upper side. This side is here. So this comes actually like this. See, it's the half. So this is form. So I need now this half for here, and the under half I'm gonna do on the other side. Here's the center hole. I can put this here in, and now here from the line So that's one side. And now we're going to use, here we used first this one, and now we're going to turn it, do the same thing. So here, this line comes, line up with here. Okay, so I'm gonna give here 2 additional holes. And what I'm also going to do, I'm gonna give here a little mark. Okay, so now we are ready. The next thing is what we're going to do is going to put in some swages, round it. And now we're going to round it. Okay, so that's it. Put in the screws. Okay, well that's it. T-piece is done. So this is the way it's going to be fit, huh? See? Fits. So okay, so next thing what we're going to do, we have here at the end is going to come an end plate, and then we're going to stretch it, and we have set here the X is a female swage up and a male swage comes down. So and the male swage okay. So far so good. And we also said we're gonna put in also a swage, a male swage. That's it. So, and we're gonna put here an end plate in it. Got here an end plate, and I want to put it in. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so that's it. So what is left is we're gonna stretch it now. This is 0.6 millimeter thickness aluminium. So here just a little bit, only maybe once, not anymore. Now we go a little bit stronger here. here just again a little bit light only, and that's it. See, so now we're gonna fit it. Okay, now this is the way it's going to be fit, like this. Well, yeah, see, maybe from the inside. And now, because this is marked, so if it is fit like this here, this stretch switch should be from under. You can also put it complete, so if it is fitted like this here down under, then you can pull it over the switch, put the switch complete inside. But we are just going to here snip here a little bit from one side, and the other snips also from the other side. That's why I marked it before, and then put here, see, put it here in. Switch on switch, I can drill. And here also maybe one, but okay, that's just here, see. So now no rain is falling in. So this is here how it looks from the inside. Yeah, so if this fit like this, that's the T-piece. Out of center. 60 out of center. So if it is fitted like this, you put the upper stretch under, so no water, it's waterproof, no water is falling in. Okay, well, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.